Oh wait, hold on, shoot. Oh no. Hold on. It's probably echoing. Hey guys! We're starting a little bit later tonight, but welcome to day 8. Let me just ask. Okay, I'll be right back. I actually have to get headphones so it doesn't echo. Okay, you guys can listen to music while I'm getting ready. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I was not planning on showing you guys. Hold on. Hopefully the audio is not echoing. Hold on, let me... Okay. Okay, so it shouldn't be echoing now. Hi guys, welcome to day 8. We have made it. It is almost the end of the day, but we are here together. We are present. Today is the first day of August, also day 8. We are day 8 years old right now. Okay, let me just get situated. I got back a little bit ago. And I didn't get to eat. Thank you. I didn't get to eat dinner, so I'm gonna have some ramen today while we discuss our topic of independence. Hold on. This is not planned. Today was such an interesting day. I have been so blessed today. Who's on stream tonight with us? Okay, I'm gonna put this here. Okay, I'm just gonna... Oh my gosh, this is not ideal, but we are here. We are here. Okay, I'm gonna just eat ramen. Let's get started. This is not a part of my plan, but things happen, and I'm very hungry, and... Okay. Hold on. So today we are focusing on the theme of independence. It is when I actually didn't do a lot of research on this one. Thank you. Water. Okay. It's probably not the most ideal setup, but we'll work with what we have. Hopefully you guys could hear me. Everything is good. Today I will be singing some songs that I've singing and playing the piano today. It's where I kind of found my independence in thinking, in finding my own voice. We are present together right now. I know it's late. I know we usually don't do it this late, but here we are. We are here. We're present. It's day 8, right before it's ending. Okay. Interesting night, guys. I just came back from a prayer meeting and story time, so let me just eat some more because I'm really hungry. Hold on. We are present together. We are here. I am eating right now because I haven't had dinner and I just got back. So, yeah, today we are covering the topic of independence. And I wanted to share a story with you guys on how my journey of faith began. And I see that as a journey of independence because I am 28 years old and I have had so many, I had several turning points in my life. I mean, as do everyone, but for my personal journey, I think the first test of faith was when I was 18 years old and I had to really understand my relationship with God and what that means for me and what going to church means for me. And I was asked those questions by a peer, and I really had the opportunity to really sit and think about it, and I didn't have answers for it. I just knew that was the right thing to do. And so that's when I started out my journey of finding out like what it means for me to believe in God. And here, let me eat some ramen first. Okay, sorry. This is like really hard to do. Eat and talk. So why do I bring this up? Okay, so the topic of independence, I want to focus on faith, right? The journey of faith that I had with Jesus and with God and Holy Spirit, and how I got in touch with that. So growing up, I grew up from a Christian background, and my parents went to church. We always went to church on Sundays. Grew up doing that. It wasn't until I system by someone who was the same age as me. And these types of conversations didn't happen outside of my family for me before. I did have these conversations at church during Bible study, but it never really, I never really felt that, I didn't feel raw when I was at church, if that makes sense. I was just I'm here doing my thing. I'm God's child. I'm here. We're having Bible study. I don't know what the heck the pastor is saying, but I'm just gonna turn my Bible to the chapter that we're referring to, and I'm doing good. This is what it's supposed to be. That was it. But when I turned 18, I had this awakening, and I got into philosophy because I really wanted to know if what I believed in was what was the very thing that I want to decide on pursuing. And so I got into philosophy. I got into philosophy of religion, and then college came around, college time, and then I got really caught up in living life and maximizing my time, trying to acquire everything I was interested in, like learning different languages, having multiple part-time jobs, doing internships. What else did I do in college? I wanted to triple major and then have a triple minor, which is possible, but counselors discouraged it, and all the advisors from different departments discouraged it. So my ambition and my pride was just skyrocketing in college, and during that time, though, I had, burnout, and I burnt out mentally, emotionally, and I did go to church. in college, and I went to a Korean church because I didn't want to forget my Korean, and so it was kind of like a win-win situation where I wanted to practice my Korean, being a part of a Korean community, going to a Korean church. So I tried that, and it was great. Like, I was really devoted to all the Bible studies. Like, worship songs sounded like I was literally just crying out to God, and I was spiritually fulfilled, and I was on the path of hearing and feeling the Holy Spirit again. And I got into a relationship, and then it was difficult for me to continue going to the same church because we decided to part ways from because it was someone that went to that church. And hold on, I have to eat my ramen because it's getting fried. Oh, hold on. Hi James, is the audio okay? So today I wanted to talk about independence, and I'm focusing on a story of my my journey finding my independence in my faith, like making my decision to live with faith. So I got that theme because by age 8, we become a part and accustomed to like school activities with different teams. Like, you're playing Foursquare, you're playing like tetherball, and you're playing like handball, and what else? And also maybe you're packing your own lunch at home. So there's this current theme, this occurring theme of independence, because they get a sense of like, oh, like I'm a part of this team, like I as an individual, I'm part of this team, or making my own lunch or whatever. Anyways, independence. So I got independence theme from that age group. So right now I'm focusing on my story of independence, of finding my faith. That to me, sorry, it's been a long day. That to me relates to the theme of independence, because I have gone through several turning points where I was navigating through different, not religions, but different life events, and returning to church, and also like questioning my spirituality and my belief system, where it came from. I like went through that. So on my journey, I am now, it's still an ongoing journey, but it's, how do I say this? I'm practicing. Okay, so my journey of faith, fitting the topic of independence. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna eat my ramen. Okay. I'm focusing on that because today I went to a prayer meeting. Oh yeah, that was a story I wanted to tell. I went to a prayer meeting. What that is we meet at someone's house, and hold on, and we pray. We have Bible study, and then we pray. I found out about this prayer meeting by total accident, which I think was divine timing, because 3 weeks ago, are you guys still watching? Oh, perfect. Thank you, James, for the feedback. Okay, I'm gonna just tell you the story. Do one thing at a time. 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I was walking my dog. It was my first time. Was it my first time? It was one of the first times that I went to the nearby park to walk my dog, because we just moved to this area, and it was in the early afternoon, I believe. Yeah. It was sunny outside. I took my tripod with me so that I could document the experience of being out in the park in Orange County with my dog. It's such a romanticized vision that I had. So I had my tripod with me because I use my phone to document everything. So I took my phone, my tripod, my dog was on the leash, and we walked to the park. We were just hanging out, and a lot of stuff happened at the park. Accidental encounters there as well. But anyways, after a couple hours, I decided to go home, of course. And walking back home, it takes around it takes not even 5 minutes. But anyways, so I was walking my dog back, and then we come up to this intersection where you have to press a crosswalk sign button thing, and I pressed it and I waited, and then my dog, because there's grass area, she, went poo, and then I had to pick it up, and then there was another dog behind me, and with another lady, and we just started up conversation, like, oh, what kind of dog do you have, da da da, and the light wouldn't change. So I kept looking, I was like, oh, it's still red. So then we kept talking, and we just talked about how long we've been here, and she recently moved to this area too a month ago, and I was telling her I'm looking for jobs right now, I'm with family right now, and we're just talking. And I think it was probably 10 minutes or 15 minutes before the crosswalk actually started or we could walk. So then we walked across the street, and then she asked where I live, and then she's like, do you live around here? And I was like, yeah, I live in apartments. And then she was like, oh my god, me too. So we live in the same area, and I'm like, oh my god. And then she asks me if I was Christian. And at the time, because we were so fluidly having a conversation about our lives, it didn't occur to me that was such a very straightforward, personal question. I was kind of taken aback though, because I haven't been asked that question for a really long time. So she asked me are you Christian? And I was like, oh, well, it's kind of hard to explain, but I do believe in God, and then she was like, oh my god, so sorry if it's a personal question. And I'm like, no, it's totally fine. It didn't occur to me until you just said it, but it's okay, it's fine. And then I didn't actually get to tell her if I was Christian or not, because I was cut off mid-sentence, but she asked me there's this neighborhood nearby where they have prayer meetings, and I've been going to it for a couple of years, because even though she moved here. Yeah, anyways, long story. So she asked me, and then she was like, if you're open to it, then we could go together. And I was like, oh my god. So then our dogs say goodbye, they sniff each other's butts, and then we exchange our contact info, and she says she'll also keep on the lookout for job opportunities and marketing for me. And so then that was that. And then the next week she texts me, and for some reason, now that I think of it, it's so crazy, because I would because I've been so, not protective, but I've been very cautious about how I spend my time these past couple weeks and months. So but I didn't have that feeling. It was just prayer meeting, it should be casual. I had no fear. There was no resistance that I usually feel when I get invited to something, and that immediately told me yeah, why not? I have a lot to pray about. So then, cause she said it was a prayer meeting, I just thought it was a room, or I didn't even know what I think. I think I thought we were there's people there, and we just have prayer topics and we just pray. That's all I thought it was. I thought it was just you go in and you come out, but you don't have to interact with everyone. So anyway, so that following week she texted me, and then she asked me I'm gonna go prayer meeting today if you want to come. So then I was like, yeah, sure, that'll be great, thank you for inviting me. So then we meet up, and then we go to someone's house, and even then I didn't feel weird about it. We were just talking about how our week was and how her week was, and then we went to get water bottles, and then we get to the house, and as soon as I Are you guys still watching? Oh, by the way, those of you that are just joining, thank you for joining. I know we're streaming a little bit late today, but I didn't miss day 8. I am here, I am present, and I am now sharing my story of finding my independence in myself through faith. If that makes sense. Hopefully it all makes sense at the end. Okay. So I was in the middle of my sentence. I'm sharing my story of how I met this random lady on this, not random lady now. I know each other, but we met each other at a crosswalk intersection where we were both walking our dogs, and the walk sign did not change for like 10 15 minutes, and it inevitably created this space for us to talk. And we talked. And then it came to the point where when we were heading towards our home, which is like literally nearby from each other, she asked me if I would be interested to go to a prayer meeting nearby, like next week. So then I was like, oh yeah, sure. And then she's like, oh, like if that's too personal, like it's fine. I'm like, no, like that's great, thank you so much. And then we got connected because we exchanged numbers. And then, yeah, so now I'm at a part of the story where I am in her car, and oh yeah, and then we go to what was it, CVS to get water bottles, and then we went to the home where we're having the prayer meeting. And even then I didn't feel that it was weird. Like, it didn't occur to me like, oh, stranger asked me to go to a prayer meeting, don't even know where it is, but a prayer meeting, and I don't even know what denomination, I don't know anything about it. But like, for some reason I had no resistance to this invitation. I was just like, okay. So then we get to this house. And there's immediately like, before we open the door, or someone opens the door for us, there's all these pairs of shoes, and I'm like, oh God. Like, the oh God is coming. But it wasn't like, yeah. So the oh God is coming. I was like, oh my goodness, there's gonna be so many people in here. There was maybe like, I don't know. I didn't realize that I haven't been in this type of setting for such a long time. The door is open. We see the kitchen. We see chairs. There's 4 rows of chairs of 4 chairs. And there's TV, there's sofa. There's people in the kitchen eating snacks, like chips and stuff, like talking to each other. There's people on the couch. I immediately, as soon as I step in, I'm like, holy crap, what did I do? I feel so overwhelmed. And immediately I could feel it in my face. I'm like, oh my gosh, my cheekbones are bloating. When I get very nervous, and when I get anxious, or when I get like so aware of my this presence, I immediately, like, my cheeks feel very bloated. I don't know what it looks like from the other person's point of view, but like, I feel so, I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like my face is gonna blow up. Like, it's very, yeah, it's an uncomfortable feeling. But I had that. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my God, what the heck is going on? Why am I here? I don't want to do this. Like, why am I here? And then just, I don't know if I should disclose her name, but let's just call my neighbor, let's call her, I don't know. Let's call her Jade. So Jade is in front of me, and I have this like pack of water bottle because I decided to help her like hold it because, yeah, but then it's like heavy, and I'm like, oh God, like, what am I doing? And then I'm following Jade. Jade is saying hi to everyone, like hugging everyone. I'm like, oh God, what am I doing? Oh my God, everyone's staring at me. What am I doing? And then I don't remember what I did with the pack of water bottles. I think someone took it from me. And then we sit down in one of the rows. I can't believe I'm like saying all this, but we were sitting in the we sat in one of the chairs, and then, you know, like, people are coming and saying like, oh hey, like, what's your name? And I just remember, like, I could still feel it right now. Like, I remember feeling very overwhelmed. And the way I could have described the feeling is if... how do I explain this feeling? It felt like... oh my gosh. Imagine yourself hearing and feeling different pop songs, blaring bass, but different songs like around you. Imagine feeling the bass of different pop songs around you. That's what I felt. And I remember like someone coming up to me and like asking me if I was okay. I guess I was very traumatized or something. It's nothing that anyone else did. I think I wasn't used to being around a lot of spiritual, like a Christian group before like that. It's nothing that they did. It was like the way I felt, and like I felt everyone's energies is what I said. And I remember one of them was like, when I said that, I was like, oh, I'm sorry, like it's just because I'm like really overwhelmed by everyone's energies. And then she's like, oh my god, you're so funny, like energies. And I realized me even describing my experience of feeling overwhelmed by saying that I'm overwhelmed by everyone's energies and I'm trying to gauge everyone's energies was also very out of place. And then I was like, oh god, like what am I doing here? What the heck am I doing here, guys? And I remember the thing that made me feel a lot more grounded during all that was, I think after like 20 minutes of everyone like asking like, oh, like who are you, like welcome, and like us explaining how like me and Jade met and all that, they did announcements, and then we went on to praise songs. And then I'm like, oh, we're doing Bible study, shoot, like, oh my gosh, we're doing Bible study. Am I ready for, like, do I want to be here? Like, I was so resistant to, I don't know why, I didn't know I was resistant to Bible study until like I was there. I'm like, oh god, like I didn't realize this was going to be a Bible study. And then we sang this song about fire. What was the song? I wish I remembered the song, but it made me feel inside me. I felt like fire and something, like it was all over my body. Like I felt so, not because we were singing about fire. I think it was like the Holy Spirit kind of like being like, hello. That sounds so weird. But and I started crying. I was like, what the heck is happening? Like in my head, what is going through? I am just like, what the heck did I do? Why am I here right now? Like, I'm not ready for this. Like, I'm just trying to feel better, like on my own. Like, I've been doing so well, like feeling better. And then I'm here and like, this is an extra level of accommodating that I have to do within my body, like trying to accommodate feeling like, yeah, so then a lot of things going in my head, like thinking, why am I here? And then as soon as we as a group finished singing 2 of the songs, I think, I felt like I was at the right place at the right time. Like to me, for my timing, it felt so out of place. But then when I thought about the way like I got to that place in the first place, I was like, that is divine. That is like this, I was led here. Well, obviously. But and then after it's so crazy how this happened, but like after the 2 praise songs, I wish I remembered the songs names, because then anyways, I had such a enlightening experience through those two songs. I'm like, oh my gosh, God has me in his hands. Like, I am back in his hands. Oh my god. And then after that, oh my god, I need to hurry up. I'm still telling you guys a story of what happened 2 weeks ago, and today is the second time that I went to that prayer meeting. So I want to tell you tonight's story too, because but 2 weeks ago, I went to this prayer meeting, and then, okay, so after the 2 praise songs, we go on to, the testimony part, the sermon part. So I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, what's going on? They turn the lights back on, and I don't know if he's a pastor. Is he a pastor? I don't think he's a pastor, but it was so funny. It's very casual setting, so they like refer to each other by name and everything, and they were like, oh, like, let's call the speaker Matt, neighborhood, Jane and I's neighborhood, and he happens to be the one speaking that night. And so he gives a testimony of how he found God and started to hear God, and how he found the prayer meeting. And it just resonated with me because his story involves him having, oh my gosh, I have to eat my ramen, and it's but I'm not hungry anymore. Okay, well, I have to finish my story. So I'm gonna look at chat. Oh, hi Esteban from Chile. I am giving I guess it's a testimony. I'm giving my experience of going to a prayer meeting that I accidentally stumbled into by meeting a stranger who happens to be my neighbor while I was walking my dog. Yes, we're at the part where I go to the prayer meeting for the first time 2 weeks ago, and yeah, so we're there. So the testimony, Matthew's testimony, is about him finding God, and throughout college and everything, he studied the Bible and like Hebrew and all these different he studied the Bible intellectually, and he went to mission trips. And then he says how there was still something missing, and he felt like it was learning more about God was more about like learning more about God, and he was doing all the things that he had to do, but he didn't feel like that burning passion, that intimacy with God. And so he was praying for that, and then like even when he went on the mission trip, like he was just teaching the Bible in the Philippines, and then somehow, what was it? He went to this, okay, if I'm getting his story wrong, my gosh, but the way I remember it, he went to this church when he moved to Orange County, and he was asked he went up on the stage where they pray for people, and then he's received prayer from someone, and her name is, let's say Barbara. So Barbara, so remember that name, Barbara. So he was prayed by Barbara, and then he asked her to pray for him to hear God again and feel God again. And then after that, he started having dreams. And then he started having dreams. Was that when and then somehow through a contact, he went to a prayer meeting, and he met Barbara there, and Barbara was the one that prayed for him that night, and that was years ago or something. And so full circle, he says how that's how he found the prayer meeting and how he found his intimacy with God, and he hears him through dreams, and so then that was that. And then after that, they went on to praying for people. It was, what do they call it? Fellowship. So we were having fellowship. It's where people talk to each other, get to know each other, but it was mostly for praying. So people pray for each other. And Barbara comes to me, and then she we get to know each other. I tell her oh, my family and I moved here to this area 2 weeks ago, and like I tell her this, and then I'm saying like, oh, I'm looking for jobs, and then she says she's gonna pray for me, and I asked her like, oh, like how did this whole prayer meeting group start, and she told me her story, and she was the one that started it. Barbara started it. So she started it because she wanted to like pray for people, and then it started out small and then became big, and then oh my goodness, I'm getting so okay. And then she prays for me, and when she's praying, she prayed in a way that was like it's not like, oh, like dear Lord, I pray for Jennifer. Like it was more like it was such a different style than I was used to. But she basically said she saw things about me, and then she asked me like very specific things, and I was like, oh my god, that is so true. And then she told me, I mean, this is like personal stuff, so I won't say, but like she prayed for me and she blessed me. And then another individual came to me, and then we did the same thing, and then I just felt so... Oh, and then I cried because I was like, oh my god, this is happening. Oh, Esteban... Sorry, I'm looking at chat. Esteban says, do you play piano? I do play piano. I will play piano, but I wanted to share my story of independence. But, okay, let me finish my story. Okay, so that was the first time with the prayer meeting, and I didn't go the following week because I felt like it was way too much for me. Like the previous day, because they meet on Thursday nights. Excuse me, and oh my goodness, is anyone even watching? It's okay, this is for me. So, oh my goodness, hurry up. Come back. Okay, so yeah, last week I didn't go because it didn't feel right to go. Like I was just trying to like be grounded, and I also had dreams after that prayer meeting. But yeah, so this week yesterday I thought about it. I was like, okay, am I ready to go? But then again, like, do I have to feel ready to go? Isn't this whole thing like about me finding like higher purpose? Like, isn't this... Yes? I'm not done.
I'm gonna try some strawberry
Okay,
banana.
sorry. Today is so chill. What?
Strawberry banana.
Oh, my sister just delivered me a... Did you make
Strawberry
it?
banana. Mm-hmm.
My sister just made me... I know it's 11:42 p.m. right now, but
Just
strawberry banana smoothie.
It's mine.
Did you put milk in this?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't have it.
Why?
My stomach hurts then. Okay, so... Well, I'm not done yet.
Do you want that?
I can't... I do, but like I can't eat it because I'm talking. Okay. Hey guys! Okay, so... Oh my goodness, where was I? Yeah, today's the chill day once again, but I am focusing on the topic today. We are on topic today. We are talking about independence, and right now I'm talking about my independence of faith. Independence of faith? No. My path of faith, which is my independence from things that shackle me. Okay, okay. So where am I? Okay, so tonight's prayer meeting. I was so set on going yesterday. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. Like, my sister says she's gonna go and check it out too, like, because she's visiting us. And yeah, so then today comes along, and I also plan to stream earlier this afternoon around 2 or 3 p.m., right? So currently my path is, if I don't feel it, I can't do it. So today around like 9 a.m. I was like, okay, August 1st, we got this. I'm feeling great. I'm gonna have my oatmeal. I'm gonna go work out, and then I'm gonna do my live stream. Let's just say live stream. I don't want to do a live stream when I feel forced to do it. I felt forced to do it. So I was like, this isn't right. This isn't my intent. This is like that. It's not. I'm not at a place where I should be doing live stream. So this happened around like 1 p.m. I was like, I'm not feeling it. 2, I'm not feeling it. 3, not feeling it. And then I worked out again, and then felt a little better. But then I was thinking about the prayer meeting. It's at 7, and I'm like, I'm not feeling it. But then something was like, you gotta stop this. Like, you gotta stop this pattern. You were meant to meet that neighbor. You were meant to be there. Like, there's something very powerful going on that you are, something divine going on that you are ignoring. And you are ignoring things. You're ignoring big signs. And you're reason like 8 or 7. But I'm like, no. Why did my sister agree to go to this thing? Like, she doesn't even have to go to this thing. There, like, must be a reason. So then I went to the prayer meeting, guys. My sister and I went. My sister, so she is serving, like, where she lives at. She's a Christian. So she's been going to church, and she's firm in her belief, and so she has this very strong relationship with God, and so she wanted to go check it out too. So we went. We couldn't find the place, and are you guys still here? I don't know. Why am I telling you guys this story? This story is way longer than I thought it would be. Okay, so for those of you that are just joining, I am sharing my story of how I went to this prayer meeting tonight. So let me give you like a preface of my expectation. So my expectation was, okay, I already know there's going to be a Bible study, but I'm pretty sure because I am making a bigger effort to go to this, God has something I have to hear. Like, I could feel it. Like, I as a human did not want to go and did not feel like going. And also, I texted the neighbor, Jade. We're calling her Jade. Her name's not really Jade, but we're calling her Jade because I don't know if she'll want me to say her name on stream. So Jade, I texted her saying, oh, Jade, like, can my sister and I carpool with you today because we decided to go. And then she couldn't go. Like, she's out of town, and she's taking her friend to the airport and sending her off. And so in my human head, in my humanness, I was like, this is another reason why I shouldn't go. Like, if Jade isn't going, like, I was freaked out last time I went with her. So, like, why? So then, but then the Holy Spirit in me, like, through me, it was like, you know what? You just gotta do it. Like, commit, do it. So my sister and I, because my sister has a car, we went to the prayer meeting. Let me tell you what happened. So I still have to have my ramen, but I want to finish the story. Oh my god, it's been forever. Okay, so we type in the address that I got from another contact who is at the prayer meeting because we don't know the address because I went with Jade last time and I don't know where they live. So we got the address, we put it in, we park, we walk to the arrow area because when you use Google Maps it tells you like the arrow, you know where it is. We go to this, let's say the house number is 25. So we like walk towards 25, and then there's this lady coming out from that side, like as we're trying to turn into 25, like we walk there, and then I'm like, is it 28 or 25? And then the lady was like, are you looking for the prayer meeting? And then we were like, yeah, the prayer meeting. And then she's like, yeah, like I just went to that house number and 25, and there's a huge package there, and no one's answering the door. And I'm like, that's so weird, let me see. And then I didn't know that this place was going to be the same place as the first time I went because it looked different, like the door and everything. So when we saw house number 25, we were like, yeah, that's weird, this is not what I like. Why isn't there, like, it literally looked like an empty house, and there was a big like refrigerator, big package in front of the door. So then I texted the one of the contacts at the prayer meeting, and I was like, I don't know why I did this, but I took a photo of the package, and I was like, is this your door? Which obviously it isn't, because obviously there's people there, but this one didn't. So she texted me back saying no, lol, and then she gave me the address again, the full address with the city and everything. And I was just like, oh my god, like, what is happening? So my sister and this lady that we just met, we were just like looking for house number 25, but we just saw house number 25. So we're like, okay, where the heck is this house? And then I didn't want to call the contact who's already at the prayer meeting because I thought they already started or something, because it was already like 7:10. And then so we're walking around the vicinity of that area, and then this other lady in a vehicle rolls down her window and she's like, are you guys looking for let's call them Brittany's house? And we're like, yeah. And then, because that's the name of the person's house. And then she was like, you're gonna go straight, and you're gonna turn right, and then you're gonna turn right again. So we're like, okay. And so we do that, and then we looked lost, obviously. So then she sends her son out, and and then the son's all running, and then he's like, it's over there. And then he like, yeah. So we get there, and then I recognize the shoes with the mat in front of the door, and I'm like, okay, it's all coming back. The little anxiety I had when I first went to this prayer meeting. Anyways, so we get there, and then I wasn't sure like what happened the first time I went to the prayer meeting, so I was like, should I open the door or do I knock? And then the lady that we just ran into, she was like, just open the door. And I'm like, okay. So open the door. A lot of people. Same thing. A lot of people. I felt scared again. And this fear comes from everyone is so, like, from what I felt, everyone is so like present with themselves and very like caring, and so like all eyes, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I'm the center of attention. And then yeah, so then long story short, I feel better and I cry again, of course. There's a praise song that I wanted to sing with you guys today, if I could find the song online. It's called, why do I forget the song names? What's wrong with me? It's like, this song is like confusing me. So there's this song called Everlasting. Oh my god, how does the song go? Why can't I remember? It's because I'm on camera and I can't really think. Okay. Anyways, there were like 5 different songs that we sang. And there was this part of the song the part that made me cry. I did not think I had any more tears left in me because I have cried so much before. So, but anyways, I cried again. Prayer meeting makes me cry. There was this part about like, I find I got lost and I got lost to only find you or something. For some reason that really resonated with me, like deep down, and I started crying. And it's so odd because I heard this song before when I did go to church back in the day, like when I was in grade school and high school, but I guess I didn't forget the lyrics of this song. I was crying, and a part of me was like, you still have to like sing your heart out. And so I was like trying not to show that I was crying. I was like, and then I like was singing, and then I was like, I'm at the right place at the right time. I had that feeling again. And then today's sermon was about, or today's testimony was about, it was, let's say the lady's name is Kate. So Kate gave her testimony and her interpretation of a very specific passage, and it talks about like when God said, cast the net out into the water so that you could find fish and like come to me. Like, she was analyzing that specific passage very, very in different nuanced ways. So she said like what resonated with me was she focused on there has to be action even when you have faith, because if Peter, one of the disciples, if he and then she made a point like Jesus was a stranger at that point to these disciples. So then, oh my god, this song, I can't listen to my own thoughts. When she mentioned the word stranger and action and faith, I was like, click, that resonates with me. And to me, the stranger, the Jesus figure in my life, in this context of my life, it was the neighbor Jade. By the way, her name's not really Jade. I'm just calling her Jade because I don't know if she wants to be, her name should be disclosed here. But that was the stranger. We're walking our dogs. By the way, if you guys missed the portion of the story where I tell you like how I met the stranger who happens to be my neighbor and who invited me to this prayer meeting, let me give you a little spiel. Okay, so I moved to this new neighborhood and there's a park nearby, maybe like 10-minute walk away. And I had my dog with me. And there's a lot of dog walkers around. It's by the end of the day, I decided to go back home, and there's this area intersection where we have to press the button, the light, to cross the street, but it's a very wide street, and there's a lot of there's not a lot of cars going, but we just don't like to jaywalk here in SoCal. So yeah. So then I press this button and it's not changing, and my dog starts pooping, and so like, you know, I'm held up. And then this lady and this dog comes behind us, and the light's still not turning, you know, walk sign. So then we start just talking about our dogs, like, oh hey, like, what's your dog's name, or is it a girl or boy? And then we just start talking like that, and then we're just talking about what brought us to this neighborhood, because she just moved here too again. And yeah, so then this light finally turns, the walk sign turns, you know, walk. So then walk, and then she asks me, oh, do you live in this area? And then I'm like, oh, I live in like the complex over there. And then she's like, oh my god, me too. And then she asked me, are you Christian? And why am I telling the story again? Okay, anyways, that's how I know this neighbor. And this neighbor couldn't make it to the second prayer meeting that I went to today. So, but then my sister was with me, so it's okay. But anyways, yeah, so today, how's my experience? Oh, okay. I will play piano and I'll do the things that I say I will do, like eat ramyun and do this, but I want to finish my story, so. Oh my god, it's already midnight. Holy food. Okay, so her take on a very specific passage in the Bible about the disciples first meeting Jesus on their boat. And yeah, and I was talking about how that resonates with me. So, okay, that's done. So then, like, after the sermon, there was a lot of things that I got out of sermon, but fast forward, fellowship time. So this is when we like get to like say hi and like talk and maybe eat the chips and snacks like on the counter. And people pray for you. So then, I just got in chat, James said eat my ramen. It is already dried up because my story is taking too long. Anyways, so it's the praying time. And this is when people come over and they ask you a couple questions about like what do you want to be prayed for, and then we tell them, and then they start praying for us. They pray out loud, and when they pray out loud, they also, some of them are able to see certain things about us. And as the first time, these individuals that I have met they see so much of like very specific things about me and my life, and it's so crazy. But anyways, yeah, so I have been blessed. I don't want to share like what they said in prayer and everything because it's very personal, and yeah, but how was my experience for this journey coming back to life with faith and prayer. It's scary, but right now I feel very aligned and excited. God's got my back. I have a higher purpose through Him. I ask for Him to use me and my skills, and one of the individuals that I met at the prayer meeting today, it was their first time too, and they came through a friend who also came through a friend, but they just, their prayer really helped me. I know it's like this, but I feel a lot more aligned and more confident in my journey right now, and I don't want to say I'm completely fearless, but I'm excited for my journey. Okay, I'm gonna eat my ramen. How does that equate to independence? Okay. Thank you for listening to my story, by the way. But yeah, so I'm gonna eat. It's so dried up. How are you guys doing today? I know I've been talking the whole hour long. Oh, I know I've been talking the whole hour. But yeah, I believe this live stream is a part of that journey. Well, obviously. But yeah, I hope you guys learn something or feel something through my streams. And I've been thinking about this too earlier today. This term stream, live stream, think about stream of consciousness, right? When you think of stream of consciousness, when you think of that, you think of water, you think of easy flow, organic, natural flow, unveiling, fluid, right? So that's what I want to share with you guys, this stream of consciousness. It's a stream, it's a live stream, and we're both alive right now. We're present together, we're here together. Make sure to, yeah, I'm celebrating existence, because it is pretty crazy when you think about it. Really think about this. You're probably sitting in front of a computer right now, or your phone. Bring back your awareness to your nose. Oh, sorry. Your nose. You're breathing. But holy crap, think about that. You're breathing. And then when you think about breathing, you think about your lungs. And you think about like the lungs like pumping by itself. And you're like, holy crap. Like veins, like blood veins. They're like what keeps us alive. Like holy crap, wait, we're breathing oxygen. Like, okay, sorry. Existence is so magnificent, and you guys are making it all happen because you guys chose to be here. We're here. You're not worthless. We're all here for a reason. Your journey to realizing your purpose and your vision, you're probably on it right now, in that you have realized it and you are fulfilling it. And you are sharing that part of you with your community and the world, which is very exciting. Or maybe you're on the path that I was on very recently, where you've just exerted yourself so much that you burn out and you're lost, and you're literally dead. But I just want you to know that everything is purpose, like full of purpose. So do not think you're worthless. I've been there. You are not worthless. Even if things don't work out, there's a reason why it didn't work out. You are on a better path, my friend. And I have to freaking eat my ramen. Hold on. Today's stream made me check my faith again. Oh yay! My walk with God was backsliding. I think, oh, this was another thing that now that you mentioned that, it reminds me of what the speaker Kate, by the way, her name's not Kate, but I'm calling her Kate because I don't know if she wants her name on stream. But Kate said something that really stuck with me. Like right now I hear it again. She said, intimacy is when you share truth. Like really think about that. Intimacy, relationship, it's when you share truth. So when I thought about that, I was like, oh my god, that's mind-blowing. For me, it was mind-blowing because it's like, even if you're in touch with, like you're in contact with someone, if it's coming from a place of, if you're not being either honest with yourself or with the other person, it's not intimate. Like even if the frequency of the communication is on a high or something, like you guys are always texting each other or you guys are always talking, like if it's not, either you're not honest with yourself or you're not honest with the other person. Me really reflect all of my relationships with friends, with family, with myself, with God. And then she said something about how like it's not an intimate relationship if with God if you're like humbling yourself and you're like praying, saying like, God, like thank you so much for this day and for gathering us here today and for everything that you have blessed me with, but I need this one thing, I need this one job, like, and then this is not an intimate relationship in that I'm not trying to learn about him, or I'm not trying to like, that is not humbling myself, that's not a relationship. I'm just like, it's like I'm being intimate with myself, which is great, but like it's not. Yeah, so that was really groundbreaking for me what she said. Intimacy is when you share truth, because when you think about that, most of us, it's really scary to be completely honest with yourself. At least it was for me. So yeah, intimacy is sharing truth. Truth being, it's not just about honesty, it's about like the reality of what's going on. Wait, we got I have so many things going on. Okay, wait. So ramen, we are working on the ramen. We are going to play piano together. I don't really care that it's the next day because we're being present together. In chat, South Florida, I don't know if that's Florida, South FLFPAGP, wait, no. Okay, someone in the chat said, hi, can I buy your shoes that no longer fit on eBay? Sorry, I thought that was related to my content, but it's not. What size shoes do you wear? I'm a 6.5 woman's. Or 6, it depends. Do I have shoes that don't fit? I don't think I have shoes that don't fit me anymore. They fit pretty well, but do you need shoes? I could send you shoes if you want. Wait, can I buy your shoes? What was another thing that really resonated with me? Independence. When you guys are born into a religion, so if your family were, Catholic or Christian, did you guys have like a turning point where you're just like, I need to think for myself. Like, is this really for me? And then you go on this like whole philosophical debacle where you're just like watching maybe YouTube videos on like all different religions, and then you pick and choose what feels right to you or like what makes sense to you. Did you guys have that type of experience with your journey of faith? Or like maybe you didn't even have that. Maybe you're just like, I'm just gonna stick with spirituality, or I'll just stick with believing there is no God. Or like, did you guys have that firm? Do you guys have that discernment of faith? Do you even have faith? I don't know. These are questions we should have discussion over, because if you're always stuck in your head, you're stuck in your head. To have discussion means to I don't know what I'm saying. Yes I do. So contrasting beliefs, and also, I wanted to go over this too. There's this phenomenon and word terminology that I got to learn of this past year called mirror. And in context of a person. So, okay, that doesn't make sense if you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so when you meet someone and you feel like they have a part of you that when you start talking to someone, they have a part of you that you didn't find in anyone else. Like, you could identify something within you because that person, that individual also has, whether it's a habit, whether it's a way of thinking, or like it's a very specific, unique thing that can only be recognized because, and you only started to recognize it because that other person that you met has it. But it's something very unique. So when you meet someone like that, that person is your mirror. And they, over time, will reveal, not by telling you, but by just being who they are. You get to face your deepest pain, trauma, your deepest weakness, your deepest strength. When you find that person, you just know and recognize that over time you guys will be very close, and you will never ever forget this person because they are actually a part of your turning point in life. And yeah, so I thought that was interesting. Okay, so in chat, okay, hold on, we're still talking about shoes. Hold on, I need shoes. I have a size. Okay, I don't know if that's relevant to our stream of consciousness right now, but let's see. Okay, so someone in chat is under the influence, I think. That's okay, all are welcome. Knowing is greater than faith. Yes, I agree. When I say faith, it's more, I guess it's the beginning of knowing. And to get to knowing, I think it starts with faith in something. And then one day you wake up and it's so interesting, right? Like, we all have different vantage points and different turning points, and this knowing. I think the best I could explain my experience with the knowing is I'm trying to articulate that knowing through piano, or I'm trying to articulate that knowing of groundedness, certainty my being by being affirmative, being... Okay, I'm just gonna eat my ramen right now. Hold on. Thank you, yes. Okay, someone in chat is definitely under the influence. Yes. So today, this is the longest I've had ramen in a bowl. I am a fast ramen eater. I'm not a fast eater, but I'm a fast ramen eater. But man, I've had this thing for an hour. Now we're an hour and 12 minutes into the stream. I usually aim to do it for only an hour, but we usually go over anyways. But we're just gonna see where this discussion takes us. We started live. We started the stream a little later today because I came back a little later and I planned to do this earlier in the afternoon, but I just wasn't feeling it, so we're doing it right now. And for those of you that just joined, I am sharing my stream of consciousness while eating ramen on the topic of independence. And we were talking about faith, and we were talking about Christianity and a prayer meeting that randomly happened accidentally, and yeah. Okay, I'm gonna play piano because I want to. Okay, and I'll play it very softly because I know it's bedtime here in California. I am in California. I know there's someone in chat. I don't know if you are still here, but we have a viewer from Chile. I'm not sure what the time difference is there, but okay. I know it's really late here, but I'm just gonna see where this goes. Okay, sorry, I know the view isn't that great. Hold on. Okay, you guys don't have to see the whole piano. It's okay. You could just listen. You could just listen. Yes, this is my little fireworks thing. So welcome. Play some tunes for you guys. Distracting me because no so loud. I ended up not finishing my ramen. It's okay. Oh yeah, it's really late, so I'm gonna have to quiet a little bit, so Christian? Can I play Christian music? I have to look up the chords. Hold on. Let me play the song that made me cry. Let me play the song that made me cry. From the inside out. From the inside out. Chords. There's a song that made me cry today. It's called From the Inside Out. Okay, gonna do this. I haven't done this since like junior high. I haven't played praise songs since junior high. Oh my god. Or not junior high. Yeah, because that's when I learned how to. Okay. How do I? Okay. We're doing this together. We're learning together right now because I literally don't know what the heck I'm doing. F. Okay, F chord. A thousand times I felt they only. So tonight, the part that made me cry and the part that they sang was part of the song that they sang was the last part. So it's A minor. A minor? Is this A minor? Hold on, I'm just figuring this out first. Wait. That's not A minor. How do you play A minor? Okay, I see literally, I don't. Let's try it. Guys, why don't I sing it for you? Because I literally can't right now. I'm like getting really shook. Okay. Everlasting, your light will shine when all else fades. Never ending, your glory goes beyond all fame. And the cry of my heart is to bring you praise from the inside out of my Lord, my soul cries out. I am turning red because I am like so conscious that I don't know what the heck I'm doing right now. Hold on, I'm looking at chat. Hold on. Yeah, this song is good. I just wish I knew how to play it on piano. It doesn't, the chords don't sound right when I play it. Everlasting, everlasting. Why does it sound wrong? In minor. Your light will shine when all else fades. Maybe maybe this chord transpose it to everlasting. First time, hold on. It's like praise. Is it praise on the inside? Hold on, sorry. I want to share something meaningful. No, this isn't it. Alrighty. This is the only one that shows up. Let me just do it by ear. Everlasting, your light will shine when all else fades. This song is called From Inside Out by Hillsong. Okay, I'm just gonna play. You and I made the. Oh yeah, we did. Oh yeah, Jay knows how to play piano. Okay, he really knows how to play piano. Like I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Literally, I do play piano, but like I don't know how to play piano. If that makes sense. Like I just play by ear right now, and I just play whatever comes out through me. Like I don't know what the heck I'm doing. higher because I know we are an hour and 23 minutes into the stream. It's turning red. Okay. Come here. Come here. Can you see it? No, you can't. The mic's right here. Try to get you closer. Okay. Oh yeah, I played this before. Hold on. Wait. Are you sleeping? Changing keys. Changing keys. Ending it soon. Sorry. Sorry. Thanks for listening up till now. I will be ending stream. I know it's been long awaited. You've probably been thinking, when is she gonna stop playing piano? I was waiting for the right moment. I think right now is a good moment. I'm gonna finish eating my ramen, but I'm probably not gonna do it on stream because why? It's late and I think we should all go to bed. Okay. But on a serious note, thank you for being present with me today on live. If you were able to stream while we were live all together, if you find this recording at a later time and you wanted to say something, feel free to write anything in the comments below. And also, I really encourage you guys to share my channel with your friends and family if you think they'll also enjoy our time together like this. I could really use your help doing that. I want to reach people that are like-minded in that we are celebrating the present moment and celebrating the present moment and sharing our journey of faith together or of knowing. And I'm really glad we made it to day 8. Made it just in time before that day ended. I'm really glad I got to share another part of myself with you guys. And thank you so much for tuning in if it was your first time. It's nice to meet you. Hope to catch you tomorrow when I don't know what time because I'm still figuring that out, but I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, any last words? I'm gonna check chat right now. Thank you.
Are you done yet?
Yeah, I'm done. I mean, I'm not done yet, but do you want to say bye? Okay. Bye. Bye. I know it's late. I'm sorry. Okay. My sister is like, because it smells like ramen. Thank you so much again. And thank you to everyone tuning in who is from the prayer meeting, because I know I gave away my channel to 2 individuals that have prayed for me today. Thank you so much. I am so glad I got to meet you tonight and to receive your blessing through the name of Jesus. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna go. I don't know how to end this. Okay, bye guys. Thank you so much. Good night and have a great day if it's just starting. Bye.